Hello, guys. You're listening to the Mid-State League Weekly Podcast, where we cover Harper's Preparatory School athletics. We give you scores, stats, updates, and get you caught up on all things Harvest Prep. Hey, my name is Woody Stimmich. I am your host for tonight. And first segment, we talk all things Harvest Prep. Second segment, we'll take you around the league. And the third segment, we will finish strong at the rim. Hey, give us a follow on Twitter at MSL Weekly, on Facebook.com/MSL Weekly, or hit me up on the Instagram at Willie Stimmich Photography, or you can drop me an email at infoforwillie@gmail.com. We're going to get right into it. I know Harvest Prep is playing Friday, and Burn Union, I believe, is a homecoming, so it's going to be a lot of activities going on, but the main thing is you win that football game. Yeah, you got to win that game. I think Burn Union is right behind Harvest Prep, and they're really coming out there. They surprised me when they beat Fisher Catholic last week. That was like, whoa, these boys coming to play. But Harvest Prep, I found this is this week community news. This was published on the 24th of September, and just late getting it out, but. It says Harvest Prep continue their winning ways. They winning tradition. I guess they hadn't missed a beat. Even losing state's all-time leading rusher and a two-way standout, Daniel Bangura. The program hasn't changed with Harvest Prep football. Focus this team. They still focus on what they need to do. The World still has a successful running game, and their expectations of being a team capable of making a deep playoff run remains. Daquan Owens Johnson says, we're doing all right now, but we've got to get better. We want to win the state. That's always the goal out here for Harvest Prep. We fight, and our conditioning pushes us through. And Harvest Prep improved to 5-0, 2-0 in the conference when they beat Bishop Rosecrans on September 24th. Harvest Prep, who are 41-12 under fifth-year coach Milan Smith, with playoff appearances in each of his 4 seasons as he's been there. Opening league play was 16-12 comeback win over Worthington Christian. That was on September 14th. Harvest Prep was second in last week's Division 7 state polls behind Macomb, and the Warriors also their wins came against Bexley, Franklin Heights, and Mifflin. These are non-conference schools they beat. Bexley completed the Division 6. Franklin Heights and Mifflin are Division 2 programs, and Worthington Christian is Division 6. Harvest Prep was first in Region 27 in the computer rankings before playing Bishop Rosecrans. We've got heart and we got comeback. You got to play better, tough, and you can't let the circumstances dictate the way you play. But that's part of our immaturity. That's the great thing about youth. It forgets really quick. Our guys are doing doing well right now, and they're just kids. And I'm starting 2 freshmen and 6 sophomores. At the end of the day, we're still undefeated. These are the words from Milan Smith. They lost Daniel Bangura to graduation after he rushed for a state record 9,650 yards. And they lost Isaiah Mullen, a defensive lineman who went to Wisconsin. Harvest Prep has rushed for 1,809 yards and 17 touchdowns on the season, with Daquan Owens Johnson with 649 yards and 7 scores, and 5 others having rushed for either 100 yards respectively. Quarterback Moses Davis is the Warriors' second lead rusher with 345 yards and 4 touchdowns on 57 carries, and has completed 14 of 43 passes for 101 yards. Senior linebacker Zion Bangura, that's Dan's youngest brother, who played H-back on offense and is a linebacker on defense, and senior lineman Jeffrey Ray has led the defense. And that's the story from this week community news, kind of mapping out Harvest Prep on the year. Like I said, Harvest Prep took on Reigning Sports Academy, And once again, Harvest Prep defeated them 44-6. In the first quarter with 10 minutes to go, Dentez Green for Reigning Sports Thunder with a 42-yard completion for a touchdown. So that Reigning Sports was up 6-0. And still in the first quarter with 3 minutes to go, Harvest Prep, Rashawn Goins with a 3-yard rushing touchdown. That tied the game up 6-6. At the end of the first quarter, it was 6-6, even matchup. Second quarter with 10 minutes to go, Harvest Prep Kalen Jackson with a 10-yard rushing touchdown. It was Harvest Prep 12, Reigning Sports Academy 6. Second quarter with less than 5 minutes to go, Harvest Prep Moses Davis with a 12-yard rushing touchdown. That made it 18, Harvest Prep 18, Reigning Sports 6. And that brings us to the halftime, which was 18-6. But moving right on to the third quarter with 9 minutes to go, Kalen Jackson with a 10-yard rushing TD, which took Harvest Prep to 24, Reigning Sports Academy 6. About 3 minutes ago in the third quarter, Rashawn Goins with a 38-yard touchdown, which made it Harvest Prep 30, Reigning Sports Academy 6. And still in the third quarter, 4 minutes ago, I think, Moses Davis came out with a 17-yard pass completion to Raphael Robinson for a touchdown. That made it 36-6, and Moses Davis completed a 7-yard pass to Raphael Robinson for a 2-point conversion. That made it 38-6, Harvest Prep. Fourth quarter, 10 minutes ago, Harvest Prep Daquan Owens Johnson with a 1-yard rushing touchdown, which sealed the deal, making Harvest Prep 44, Reigning Sports Thunder Academy 6. And I think that was the final score. Harvest Prep 44, Reigning Sports Academy 6. Rushing, Daquan Owens Johnson, he carried it 10 times for 87 yards. Kalen Jackson, 14 rushes for 95 yards. He had 2 touchdowns on the night. Kalen Jackson, he carried the ball, like I said, 14 times for 95 yards. 2 touchdowns as Harvest Prep stayed undefeated. Total yards, Harvest Prep had 454 total yards. Reigning Sports only had 85. First downs, Harvest Prep had 17. Reigning Sports only had 3 first downs. Rushing yards, Harvest Prep 57 for 428. Reigning Sports 26, 19 for 26, or 26 minus 19, or whatever that is. Yards passing, Harvest Prep 26 yards passing. Reigning Sports 66. Okay, who's next up for Harvest Prep? Burn Union. They're coming to Jack Johnson this tomorrow. This coming Friday. Some of the captains, you look for these guys. Culberson, he's a 6 foot, 155 wide receiver cornerback. These are your senior captains for the 5'9", 200-pound Chaz Dickerson. He's a captain, middle linebacker. 6 foot, 190, Zane Migran. He's the quarterback. This guy been around forever. I think he graduated this year. He's a quarterback and outside linebacker. 6 foot, 150, Burke Schultz. Cornerback, split back. And 5'9", 150, Logan Van Gundy. This guy is a little motor. He's the running back, or fullback, what he would call it. Chaz Dickerson, Chase McCarty is a guy you need to look forward to. He's just a junior, but he can make some things happen too. Zane Migran last week, he threw, on the year, this guy, 72 attempts, 45 completions, 637 yards, and 3 interceptions on the year. And then Chaz Dickerson had 82 catches for 379 yards on the year. 11 receptions for 143 yards. I guess those are carries. Yeah, I'm sorry. Chaz Dickerson, 82 carries for 379 total yards this year. And he had 11 receptions for 143 yards on the wide receiver end. And then Colt Culberson, 22 receptions, 318 yards, 5 touchdowns. So these are the guys you looking. These guys going to be gritty. They got a chip on their shoulder when it comes to Harvest Prep. And Harvest Prep better come to play because they're going to be in full force. But I know the Warriors is going to handle their business, and they're going to take care of that. take a quick break, and we come back, and we're going to get right back into it. We're going to take a short break because we don't have long. It's going to be a short show. This is the Mid-State League Weekly and the Willie Stimmich Podcast. My name is Willie Stimmich.
Harvest Preparatory School, educating students from preschool through grade 12 with a competitive private education and a distinctly biblical worldview. Our faculty and staff are dedicated to teaching the mind by touching the heart. We offer a blended learning environment to meet the academic needs of all students. Our brand new Academic Research Center is equipped with the latest technology designed for the inquiry-based learner. Boasting a proven track record of excellence for over 30 years, Harvest Prep is dedicated to ensuring students fulfill the total plan of God for their lives. Our graduates have earned over $30 million in academic, merit-based, and athletic scholarships in the last decade. We offer championship athletic programs for all grade levels, led by some of Central Ohio's top coaches. As a participant of the College Credit Plus program, we provide students with the opportunity to earn college credits at the high school level. We have committed to serving the families of Central Ohio since 1986 because our passion is your child's success. We are Harvest Prep. To begin your pathway to prep, visit us online at harvestprep.org.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is the Mid-State League Weekly and the Willie Stimmich Podcast. My name is Willie Stimmich. Some of the scores from last week: Worthington Christian 35, Bishop Rosecrans 14. These guys, Rosecrans is kind of like dipping a little bit. Michael Harstein ran for 170 yards, 2 touchdowns as Worthington Christian defeated. They cruised in the Mid-State League Cardinal win over Bishop Rosecrans. Let me see who else is on the scoreboard here. Let me see. That's not going to read that. That's not really interesting. Let's go to the next scores. I was going to read all those stats, but that's really not. Okay, Burn Union 55, Fairfield Christian 15. Zane Migrant threw for 246 yards and 5 touchdowns and leading Burn Union to a Mid-State League Cardinal win over visiting Fairfield Christian. All 5 touchdown passes were in the first half, and Migrant punctuated the win with a 10-yard score in the third quarter. Colt Culberson had 63 yards on 6 receptions and 3 touchdowns. These are the guys we playing Friday. So Prep need to get ready. Need to really get ready. Fisher Catholic 23, Grove City Christian 6. And those are all your Mid-State League scores. So just get right into it. We're not going to take another break. We're about to close this thing out. Okay, Harvest Prep, after 5 games in the passing category, Moses Davis, 43 attempts, 14 completions, 101 yards. But the thing about Moses, he has 4 interceptions on the year and no touchdowns passing. Jalen Davis, 6 attempts and 3 completions, 60 yards, and Jalen has throws for 2 touchdowns. Daquan Owens Johnson, 4 attempts, no completions, no yards. In the rushing category, Jalen Jennings, the freshman, he's carried 35 times for 209 yards and 1 touchdown. Moses Davis, a senior, he's carried 57 times for 345 yards and 4 touchdowns. Javon Eggert, he rushed 21 times for 228 yards and 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately, he's out, man. Prayers go to Javon. Quick healing. Get back on that field, man. You know. Daquan Owens Johnson, 67 carries for 649 yards. Daquan's gonna. I think he's gonna be a 1,000-yard rusher. I mean, he's at 650 already. All he needs is 350. And he keeps stacking them up every game, so, you know, he might be a 1,000-yard rusher. That's pretty good. Rashawn Goins, 23 carries, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. Daquan has 7 touchdowns, by the way. Kalen Jackson, 28 carries, 223 yards, 1 touchdown. In the receiving area, Jalen Davis, 6 receptions, 47 yards. Raphael Robinson, 5 receptions, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. Zion Bangura, 3 receptions, 26 yards. Nico St. Clair, 1 reception, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. Eli Rogers, 1 reception, 8 yards. Those are your numbers for just overall in 5 games. That's what the offense has been doing. Here's the Ohio High School Athletic Association released the weekly computer rankings again. And once again, Division 27, Harvest Prep is leading the way with Lucas number 2nd. Gloucester Trimble is 3rd. Burn Union is 4th. So that's why I said this is an important game Friday. Fisher Catholic is 5th. And Bishop Rosecrans is 10th. All these in the Division 27, Region 27. These are the computer rankings